This next comic, I don't know if he's dumb. Are you smart? No, he's not smart. But he's a comic, and that's what matters. He's a comedian, and you're going to love that shit. Make it loud. Start clapping. Start clapping. Start clapping for Cody Webster!
Listen closely, I can't be pissed at you. Don't, that's only ambitious. This talking versus we on the issue. Let's just discuss this a moment. You shouldn't listen to all these critics.
How's it going, Covert? How are we doing tonight? All right. Let's keep it going for our hosts and the staff that made tonight possible. Awesome. All right, a little bit about me. I struggle with a slight speech impediment, and it was a lot worse when I was a child, and I got bullied terribly for it. And it was to the point where it was so bad that I used to go home crying at night. And but like they were just super mean to me. And I was thinking of the other day about it, and they used to say some awful stuff to me. Like they used to call me they used to say things like, Cody has peanut butter mouth. Cody talks funny. Hey everyone, Cody's got a gun. But yeah, no, I thought the bullying would stop once I got out of school, and I was really wrong. I was really wrong. It turns out adult with a lisp is way worse than a child with a lisp. Like it followed me into my jobs and stuff. Like one time I had 2 coworkers accuse me of drinking on the job. I mean, I was, but it's really rude to assume someone with a lisp is drinking on the job. I get it, though. You know, I wouldn't respect a grown man with a lisp. You guys don't respect me now. My wife definitely doesn't respect me. And I go, is it because of the lisp? She goes, no, it's because you're slamming buzz balls at work again. And I was like, all right, yeah, you got me. But have you guys ever drank at work, though? That shit's awesome. No, I think my wife loves me. We've been married for 9 years now. Thank you. And but like, if you ask her, the biggest accomplishment I've had as a husband is just to annoy the shit out of her. You know, it started with the small things like the way I folded towels, the way I put the dishes away. But her biggest pet peeve of mine is that when we go for long drives and like vacations and stuff, I always bring weed with me. And I like to smoke weed when I drive the car. And she always goes, well, what if you get pulled over? What's going to happen? I'm like, I don't know. Oh, hi, officer. Why am I pulling you over? I don't know. Oh, you were doing 10 under? It's not going to happen. I'm a white guy. It's fine. Yeah, so being married for 9 years, a lot of embarrassing things happened, but the most embarrassing thing finally happened to me. She caught me. Yeah, that's right. She caught me. And what happened was I actually came home from the gym one day, and she was in the kitchen. I greeted her, gave her a kiss, and said, hey, babe, I'm going to jump in the shower real quick. I'll be out in about 20 minutes. And so I go into the bathroom. I start to shower, and I undress. And just being back from the gym, I was like, you know what? I should weigh myself just to see where I'm at. And so I step on the scale, and I look down, and fellas, you can relate to this, but I was having a pretty good hang day, you know. I was feeling myself real meaty that day. And so I was like, you know what? This would be a perfect time to pose in the mirror. So I was just sitting there butt naked, flexing in the mirror, and the door just burst open. I was like, ah! And she goes, were you just flexing in the mirror? I was like, no. I swear to God, this isn't what it looks like. I swear, I was jerking off. Look, I'm hard. I'm jerking off. Yeah, so don't let your wife catch you flexing in the mirror, guys. It's super embarrassing. It's not fun. My birthday is here in like a week and a half. Thank you. I feel like I'm starting to settle into my 30s, you know? But no one talks about how weird being 30 is. What, like, when you meet someone when you're 30, they just expect you to have your shit together. And I see the look of disappointment and, like, pity when I tell people that I grow weed for a living. You know, they're like, they all have the same question. this poor bastard doesn't have a retirement plan. But that's not true. I do. It's just not a traditional retirement plan, because I know that the cannabis industry has a class action lawsuit coming a few years down the road, and I'm hopping on that gravy train, all right? It's my money, and I want it now. Yeah, that's fun. Another thing about my 30s is that it's kind of weird having long hair, you know? My wife the other day mentioned that I was starting to thin on top. Those are divorce words right there, if I've ever heard of them. And so I don't know. I'm at a crossroads. Should I cut my hair, or should I just do the long, greasy man pony? You know, the type of pony that says that I take disc golf a little too seriously. You know, the type of pony that says that I collect miniatures and breed reptiles. You know, the type of pony that says I'm no longer allowed at my niece and nephew's school events. But yeah, that's fun. Another thing about my 30s I've noticed is that I'm now able to hear the pharmaceutical ads that play in Safeway when I shop. Now that's fun. I never heard those before. And then the other day I was shopping in Safeway and they said, "Were you born in 1990? If so, you're available for your hepatitis B shot." And I was like, fuck, I only have like a year before I have hepatitis B now. All right, that one sucked, you guys. Do you guys know what extreme tourism is? Do you know what extreme tourism is? So extreme tourism is when white guys like us go to places we shouldn't go. Yeah. One of my favorite places that I'm kind of obsessed with is Afghanistan, of all places. I really want to go to Afghanistan. There's a subculture of hash makers there in Afghanistan, and I really want to go in there. I want to see their fields. I want to learn from them. But again, it's Afghanistan. You know, I'm a little concerned for my comfort, my safety. You know, it's what Afghans are not good at? Making blankets. Yeah, you know that yarn fishing net draped across your grandma's couch called an Afghan blanket? You can't use it as a blanket or a fishing net because the only thing you're catching with that is a cold. But I've Googled this so much that, so when I Googled this, how to travel to Afghanistan as a white guy, and I was really surprised that there's a travel agencies that does group tours over there. And when I clicked on it, it just took me to the military recruitment page. Yeah. When I was there, I noticed that they're also booking flights to Yemen and Iran in the future. So I got those to look forward to. I'm pretty excited about it. You guys all caught up on that Portland dating show that's all over Netflix everyone's talking about? You know, Love on the Spectrum? But yeah, my wife and I have been binge watching Love on the Spectrum lately, and we watch it for two different reasons. She watches it because it's cute and fun and entertaining. I watch it because I want to see the car crashes. I want to see the disaster dates. But they keep putting all these people in like fine dining situations, and I don't think they enjoy it. You know, I think they would more enjoy a place with, I don't know, a ball pit and cheese pizza. You know, they don't want to see Van Gogh. They're more likely to get in a stranger's van and go. There we go. That one's pretty good. I like that one. That's a good joke. All right, I have an unpopular opinion for you guys. I think it's time that we fire Smokey the Bear. Yeah, I think he's been doing a terrible job over the last 10 years. Don't you agree? He's let our forests burn. He's letting cities burn. You know, I've heard that he completely abandoned the West Coast because of political ideology. Yeah, apparently he went full MAGA QAnon. You know, he has this really crazy views now. Like one of his views is I have the right to bear arms. Life begins at cubception. Marriage is between a man and a woman and not two bears. You do not want to get him started on the furries. We'll just leave that one alone. I got one more joke for you guys. Anyone like mushrooms in here? Yeah, mushrooms. I love mushrooms, but I got a problem. So does my dog. Yeah, he ate 7 grams of mushrooms. And if you've ever done mushrooms, you know more than 3.5, you're seeing Jesus. After 5, you become Jesus. He ate 7. And I knew he got into the mushrooms because I came home, the Dead was blaring in the background, he had a laser show on the TV, and he's just laying in the middle of the floor, all 4 straight in the air. And I was like, oh, fuck, he ate too many. So I come over, like, Levi, you good? You good, man? And that's when he looks at me and goes, Cody, do you know what dog spelled backwards is? I was like, God damn it, Levi, you know I can't read. All right, well, I think that's all I have for the night. Thank you guys so much. My name is Cody.